Imagine waking up, find your home surrounded by a flood. Look, floods can be devastating. They can financially destroy you, and they can happen anywhere. But did you know there's two types of flood insurance? Well, that's what we're gonna talk about in this video. But before we get started, make sure to share, subscribe, and like the channel so others can find this same valuable content. Hi, I'm Chris, the flood insurance guru. More than 12 years ago, I bought a house in a flood zone just like this right here. And I thought there was only one flood insurance option available. I didn't have any options here. And so I didn't do my research like you're probably doing right here on this channel. And that's why I'm here to show you today what the different options are when it comes to flood insurance. We're particularly talking about the National Flood Insurance Program, private flood insurance in this video. Now today, let's talk about the Johnson family who live right here in the water. One night, they wake up to their home being surrounded by a flood. Thankfully, they had flood insurance. But can you imagine had they not? When the Johnson's policy came up for renewal though, they had a choice to make. Were they going to go with the National Flood Insurance Program? Were they going to go with private flood insurance? What were the different options going to be here? You know, what was the best policy for them? Now, thankfully, the Johnsons found a flood insurance agent specifically that could help address their needs. That's very important in this situation so that people can help understand the difference of the National Flood Insurance Program and private flood insurance. So let's briefly talk about some of those differences in this introduction. First of all, the National Flood Insurance Program was created in 1968 after devastation flooding on the Mississippi and the Missouri rivers. You know, people needed to find a way to be able to insure their properties. And this is when this program was created. Now, this program is through the federal government all the way up today to 2024. It's still through the federal government. Now remember, generally all flood insurance through the National Flood Insurance Program is going to be the same. Now let's talk about private flood insurance. You know, private flood insurance has been probably big the last 20 years. Unlike the federal government though, it's through a private company. This means that rates could be different everywhere you go. So it's important to understand looking at different options here, coverages and all these different things, when we'll discuss that in a different video, in our coverages video. But that is the key difference between the National Flood Insurance Program and private flood insurance. Whether you decide to choose the National Flood Insurance Program or private flood insurance, each one can have differences and benefits. Look, at the end of the day, what's most important is that you have flood insurance. So whichever one you decide with confidence by working with that flood insurance agent, whoever you're working on. Now, if you're ready to take the next steps to watching our next videos, remember, click on the corner here and you can continue to watch this series on the National Flood Insurance Program and private flood insurance. You can also download our guide down below in this video on flood insurance, or if you're ready to take the next steps to getting a flood insurance quote, you can do that there as well. Thank you.